30 million people are using Headspace. What does that tell us about how stressful work and life have become?
Probably tells us quite a lot. I think it's an interesting paradox to this. So meditation's been around for a couple of thousand years. So the human mind is complicated, it's always been complicated, and we've always struggled with things. But I think right now we are under particular sort of pressure, whether it's through technology and not really understanding how to use that in a most sort of skillful way, just the amount of digital chatter. I think we're overloaded with information. I think we're challenged by the amount of the pace of life and the amount of responsibilities and commitments we have. So finding a place, a space that we can kind of come back to each day, just to let go of all of that and actually just enjoy what it means to be human, just being alive on the planet, I think is really important.
And we know from research that workplace stress is one of the top health problems that people are facing right now in the country. How do we combat that?
The temptation is to look at it as workplace stress, and I think that's right because there's a context. But I don't think that it's that people are really kind of happy and laid back at home, and then they get to work in the morning, oh my God, I'm really stressed, and then they leave work and say, oh, I'm so relaxed again. The mind is the mind and it's with us. It's the same mind at home. So I think we carry a lot of our stress from home into work, and we carry a lot of our work life kind of home with us. So I think it's looking at it in a holistic kind of point of view. I just think that companies, organizations have a responsibility to do the best that they can to look after the health and happiness of the people who they employ and care for.
I think we're seeing a shift where a lot more people are talking about wellness and work and meditation, but there's still a lot of senior leaders who kind of brag about never sleeping, about always working, particularly in the tech space. What's dangerous about that?
Everything's dangerous about that. I can't think of a good reason really for living kind of that way anymore. I think there's too much information, there's too much kind of scientific research, neuroscience that shows us that if we continually drive our thinking mind, and if we continually live in a way, maybe it's not getting enough sleep, not eating in the right way, we suffer as human beings. It's our health that suffers, it's our happiness that suffers, and very often it's our relationships that suffer. And whether we place most emphasis on our relationships at work or our relationships at home, those are probably the things that are most valuable to us in our life. So I think we're just moving away from that way of thinking. It's a pretty old school way of thinking. There might still be some people around who pride themselves on that, but I don't think it's the route to a healthy and happy life.